What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video with your girl. My name is Sandra, in case you don't know, and I just started my business, my interior design business last year, and I give you guys the inside scoop on how it is building a business. So if you want to stay updated on that, you know what to do. So we have a very exciting video today. Notice my sarcasm. It's tax season, I'm sure you all know that. And I'm sure you're either scrambling to gather your information to file your taxes or you're prepared. Also, I feel like filing for your taxes is never a fun subject and it's such a headache. That's why I am sharing with you guys how it went for me because I already filed my business taxes for the first time. I'll be sharing what I needed in order to file, what I did to prepare, and how I did it, telling you guys the forms that I needed to fill out, and the final outcome. First off, I am an S-Corp, and this is what the video is going to be pertaining about, so any of you are watching and you're thinking about starting an S-Corp, you might want to stay tuned. And if you are not thinking about starting an S-Corp, you're leaning towards something else, I think it would still be beneficial for you to kind of see in how it is filing business tax. The accounting firm I went to is a place where I have gone to file my personal taxes for a few years now, and they also file business taxes, which is why I went with them. Also because I always have a pleasant time filing my taxes with them. I never had any issues or anything. I'll list the accounting firm down below in the description box if you guys are in the Chicagoland area. Now, before I could make the appointment to file my business taxes, I had to schedule a consultation appointment with them first. They told me I needed to do that because they needed to find out what the type of business I have and give them documents so they can have that on file. So for the consultation, I just needed to bring my articles of incorporation because again, I am an S-Corp, and my EIN, which is your business tax ID number. She told me I needed to bring a list of all the expenses and client deposits I have made for my business along with an election form. An election form is basically a form that is created when you start your business, and it just states who is the owner of the company. And since my lawyer has started the business for me, I just sent him an email asking him to send that over to him. So that's basically all I needed. Now let me just say, I use QuickBooks for my accounting and bookkeeping, so it was kind of unfortunate that this accounting firm did not work with QuickBooks like that. I think next year I'm going to go with someone who works with QuickBooks because I basically had to do double the work and create an Excel spreadsheet listing all the expenses and client deposits. It gets really easy to miss something, so that was kind of a downfall. As far as expenses go, anything I bought for my business was used as a tax write-off. And I'm just going to list a few items that I bought. It's kind of a lot. My laptop, my monitor, my camera, lawyer fees, software fees, photography fees, Google fees, what else? Samples, and office supplies. It is also highly, highly, highly important that you save all the receipts of the items you purchase for your business. Because if there's any issue or a question about anything, you can just refer back to the receipt and be like, oh yeah, this $11 fee is for his office supplies. I don't know about you guys, but when I purchase something, yes, I'll remember like at that moment and maybe a few days down the road, but if you ask me months down the road, what was this $20 expense? I'd probably be like, I have no idea. Another reason why you should save receipts is if the IRS was ever to come after your business, which hopefully that never happens, you have proof and documentation to show them rather than scrambling and panicking and trying to find ways to show them proof in case they needed to see like what was this expense or something like that. Now when I say save receipts, what I do is if I purchase something at the store, I take a picture of the receipt and I upload it onto my files folder. I also upload it into my QuickBooks account because it does give me the option to. If I purchase something online, I just save the receipt as a PDF, and again, I do the same thing. I upload it onto my files folder and onto my QuickBooks account. That way, I'm not wasting paper and taking up so much space on my file cabinet. It's so much cleaner. Also, receipts tend to fade over time, so if you ever just look back at your receipt and you're like, I can't read any of this because the text just wipes off. I am going to show you my file organization system for my receipts. This is just a system that works for me currently at the moment. What I do is I like to save the receipts in the specific category. Like any purchases I made for office supplies are in the office supplies folder. I also like to name the file of the item I bought and include the company name. And one thing I have started to do this year is include the date I buy something. That way it's easy for me to kind of refer back and track everything. Now you don't have to do all that and create an extra saving file for all the receipts if you already have it on QuickBooks, but I just like to do that and just be prepared and organized just in case something was to happen and you need a backup. So that is pretty much for expenses. It's kind of tedious, and this is also why you should have some type of accounting software to track every transaction, because it gets to be a lot. Another important factor I want to touch up on is mileage. And you gotta and have to keep track of how much your driving is business related. I keep track when I drive to a client's home and back, when I go to the lawyer's office, when I go to the store to buy something for a client, when I go for a photo shoot, anything that is related to your business, make sure to keep track of all the mileage. I use the Quickbooks app, and it has the option to track every mile that I drive, and I can just click, is it personal or business? But one thing that I don't really like is you have to set your location to always, which will drain your battery. So you just kind of have to remember to turn it back on. If I forget to turn on my location to always, I just take a picture of the mileage before I start driving and then take a picture of the mileage when I get home. Just make sure you keep track of the mileage. I know that's another tedious task, but it's going to help your business. Moving on to client deposits, it's pretty simple and straightforward. What I did is just added up all the client checks that I was given, and I was also able to filter that in QuickBooks. The forms that I had to fill out were the 1120S and K-1. The 1120S pertains to your business. It shows how much your business made in profit and all that stuff. And the K-1 shows any income you made from the business. I didn't know that you had to file your business taxes before filing your personal taxes. So I'm just sharing that out there in case nobody else knew that, because that was new to me. Now, for the outcome, I'm sure you guys are all wondering, what was the outcome of your business, Sandra? Well, it was not profitable. I didn't have to pay anything in taxes for my business, but I just want to say that it's pretty common and normal for your first year or two to not be so successful. I mean, I started my business last year in the middle of a pandemic, and I did have a few clients here and there, but it wasn't enough to support myself. I also did not pay myself last year because I used that money to get myself up and running. Like, I used it to buy my laptop, I paid lawyer fees, I had to pay software fees. So I mean, that's just the reality when you're starting a business. There's just going to be a lot of learning curves, and you just gotta start somewhere. Looking back, last year it was just like getting myself situated, just getting started, getting used to it, just learning, and I still have so much to learn. I have high hopes for this year, and I have a feeling it's going to be better than last year, and I just have to work on having consistent projects throughout the year, which I have recently sat down and created a goals spreadsheet and budget for my business. I didn't really do it last year because I did not know what to expect. So now that I have a good amount of experience, I listed down reoccurring expenses I know I'm going to have. Like, I have subscriptions with Adobe and a yearly fee with SketchUp. So it's just stuff like that. I also wrote down my monthly goal for design income. Like, I need to have this amount of clients for this month in order to make X amount so that I can kind of support myself. Now that I have a pretty good idea, I'm pretty excited for this year, and all fingers crossed, I'm hoping all goes well. And if it doesn't, I mean, that's that's just the reality of things. You just have to keep learning and keep pushing. Well, that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something about filing for your business taxes, because I know it's not a fun subject. I would appreciate a thumbs up on this video, and if you want to stay updated on these business behind the scenes vlogs, you know what to do and hit that red button. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!